My name is Óskar Thór Axelsson. My movie is called Black's Game, and it tells the true story of how the Icelandic crime world changed from being a fairly innocent one to the more dangerous world that we have today. Yeah, the movie is based on a book. And the author of the book did a lot of research. He went undercover, and he gave me all his research work. And then when I was preparing to shoot the movie, I met with both some guys that were involved with the criminal world, and also some that had been before. With this movie, which is based on true events, we were really. We really wanted to achieve authenticity. So we wanted to be able to show the movie. You know, if you would show it in a prison, the inmates would be okay with it. They would buy what's going on. So it was really important to have all the details right. So for us, it was important to do the research. I think I can totally see other cases where, you know, it's good even not to. You know. So you just, you know, it sort of just depends on what you want to do, because it is about characters anyway. So it should come from who the characters are. That was really hard because the book was more than 500 pages. It's a big book, an epic book. So we had to pick. First and foremost, we had to pick which storyline to follow, because there were more than one storyline going on. And then we have to pick the scenes that we like, and then also we came up with a lot of stuff to make it work as a movie. And it took a long time. And the way I did it is that I started by putting in all the scenes I wanted. So the first draft of the screenplay was extremely long. It was 220 pages, I think. So crazy long. But after that we started cutting it down. And I'm not sure I would do it that way again. It's too hard. Oh, I changed the dialogue a lot, because the dialogue in the book I didn't like. So that was both just me doing work on it, and then also just doing it with the actors in rehearsals, and even in some cases on the film set. We would change it and make it work. And also, important thing, because the movie takes place in 1999. So, for example, slang words. We had to use slang words that were appropriate for 1999, but not for 2011. So if they would say something and it's a slang that hadn't been invented, then we had to, okay, no, we can't say that. I think it doesn't matter really. It's just what feels right for you. And if I mean, I had been doing commercials before I went to film school, so I had been doing things, but I also felt that there's so many things I didn't know about, and I wanted to learn and I wanted to experiment. So for me, it was great to go to film school. The work is the same. What you're doing is the same. What I found different is that because the short films are all, you know, to some extent produced by myself, and you know, my movies, they don't have much commercial potential, so it's always going to be your baby. So you end up doing a lot more work than, you know, just as a director. With a feature film, there are a few other people involved that have everything at stake also. So it's more of a, you know, it makes your work easier. But it's a longer production, and there's a lot more money involved, and there's more pressure. But the work essentially is the same, directing actors. In rehearsals, which I think are important, we rehearsed maybe 2 months before the shoot, which I think is good, because then if it's too close to the shoot, your mind is all over the place and you can't focus. So we had like a week, 10 days of rehearsals, and I could totally focus on it. And in the rehearsals, I was very free. We talked about the character, we tried out a bunch of things, and sort of started molding the characters. So, and when it comes to the set, you know, I think it's. I think if you tell them too much, you know, they can become. You know, they can become too stiff. You know, because it has to come from themselves. So the biggest challenge is to make or help the actors make the characters their own, and then you could go from there. And then what you do on the set depends on the actor. They're all different. So with some, they like to talk. They like to just talk about the characters. Whereas others, they want to have more specific. So you try to feel out what the actor needs and just give it to them. Yes, probably. But I think if you direct something that you didn't write, you have to make it your own. You have to just really learn the screenplay anyway, because and you have to think like a writer when you're doing it, because if there's something you feel that you need to change, or maybe a little dialogue here or there, or you have to make those decisions. I think it's in a way it's the same process really. I think the more you do, the better you get, and it's also for me, and this is also personal. For me, it was very helpful to do other jobs, because that's one of the things I liked about New York University, that you end up doing all the different positions on the set, and I ended up doing a lot of cinematography, which I think was as important as film school in preparation. When it comes to doing your first film, if that's what you want, you also just have to be really resilient. You have to, because you get knocked down a lot, so you have to sort of always, okay, I'm going to do the movie, and that's more important than anything.